I'm trying to get my accent down again, so I'm just gonna be talking over here.
Okay.
I think I got it.
Good. So we shall start the stream. Devil horns. Devil horns.
Yeah, rock on!
All right. So, last we left off, you and your party were having a battle down in some sort of elaborate dungeon in which you fell through a portal to get to. Inside that dungeon, you all came across these glowing runes up on the wall, and found out, not too long after that, that this huge mutant was guarding this dungeon after you met with Orthamir, your previous instructor and leader of the assassins organization called the Whispered. After you tried to attack Orthamir, you realized not too soon later that it was only an illusion of Orthamir. The dungeon started to crumble down, and the wall fell behind Orthamir, revealing this giant mutant. You fought for a little while, only realizing that it was not going so well. Everybody started to panic, and the mutant ended up grabbing you and flinging you against the wall until you were knocked unconscious. Only glimpses and memories flashed into your mind after this point. And, for instance, you remember being held by the giant claw of the mutant and held by your ankles as you were being scraped against the ground slowly as it walked in a direction. You no longer heard the sounds of your friends behind you. All you could hear was the scraping of the debris. You opened your eyes for a moment to see that there was this red glowing light at the end of the tunnel ahead. And for a moment, you thought you can get out of it, like always, that your friends were going to show up. But no, that didn't happen. Instead, once this mutant carried you by your ankles out into the open atmosphere of this red glowing plain, you feel the fire, the heat emanating from the ground. The skies, almost non-existent, just royal with flames, and all around you there are red mountains. You blank out after this for a few moments, and what only seems to be just a little bit later, you come back to, this time lying in a room, and you hear a voice as you open your eyes slowly, but you're too weak to really get a good look. You hear the voice in your head, a familiar voice.
Well, Sam, it really looks like you effed up this time. Do you remember my voice?
You hear it echoing inside your head, as though it's not in the room, but somewhere within you. And it clicks. You remember the taste of this man's ale as you drank with him aboard the ship, the Highwater Harpy, probably months ago.
Sam, you done messed up. I've been watching you, but I can't do much from here. I'm not allowed in that plane. Say something, goddamn you.
Where am I?
Well, it looks like you're in the house of your former, whatever he is, guild master. That Whispered guy.
Orithema.
Yep, that'd be the one. Well, like I said, I've been watching you. Figured you were gonna make something good of yourself, and I'd see you on my plane one day. But this is quite a jam. Tell you what I can do. Here, well, about 4 miles from here, there's a chromatic dragon, a green one. Not too nice usually, but I think this particular green dragon is in his dire straits. They got him strapped down. Well, he called out to me for help, which is not a very common thing for the chromatic types. But I figure you're its only chance, and vice versa. Well, I need you to get there, but reach up and feel your neck.
I reach up and feel.
You feel a familiar collar that you came across a couple times before. One of the Radahan collars.
That's gonna be a pickle. You're gonna have to do what this Samir fella says. Just for a minute. Once you can break free, well, I think you'll figure that part out.
A few moments later, your sensation comes back into your fingers. You realize that all of your gear is laid on a table in front of you. Your weapons, everything in your bags, and your black leather that you wear. And you see standing right behind it, Orothamir, as he has his hands propped up on the table, looking down at you as you awaken.
Are you talking in your sleep, Samilia?
That would seem to be the case. I was having the strangest dreams. I will, if I'm, like, prone, then I'll stand up.
You do. You sit up, and as you start to get feeling back in your body, your body is covered in scrapes and bruises, and some of the bleeding has subsided and started to scab over where you were clenched in the mutant's claws. And you stand up, wearing just basically your undergarments, all of your items. And Orthmir looks at you and says,
Samilia.
Orithma.
Here is all of your belongings. I healed you up the best I could. Please, place your weapons on. I will make use of you, for my master will be here this evening. There is some riffraff outside. I want you to go take care of it.
So, even the great Orithmer has someone he answers to. I say as I start putting my stuff on.
You could say that we have to make deals to get the power that we need. Even devils have to work their way up the ladders.
I'll lean in close to him and I'll be like, do you remember the deal that I made to gain my power?
I remember the deal very well, Samilia. So, hurry up. I have things I must do. There are ghouls messing with the walls and the art outside.
and he turns around.
I want to test something real quick. I'm going to grab one of my daggers, and I'm going to attempt to throw it at him as he turns around.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's pretty good, except I only have a +1 to Constitution, so that's going to be a 17.
17. You feel pretty good about this as you lift the dagger from the table and you get ready to throw it at the back of Orothamir. The dagger does leave your hand, but You instantly lock up as the dagger flings helplessly to the ground next to Orithamir's feet. He turns around and looks at the dagger, and he picks it up and says, "That's going to cost you, Samilia." And you instantly, your whole body tenses up immediately, and you take 3 points of psychic damage. As
have I taken a rest of any kind at any point during this?
I will say yes in this case. He did heal you up quite a bit. I'll say you have had a long rest just for the beginning of this.
I still had like the damage and stuff from the previous encounter, so.
Yeah, technically it would have been different than that since I played your character too. But yeah, you're full, so.
So he did 6 points, you said?
3.
3 points.
3 points. He says,
Got it.
"That will just be a little bite. I can bite much harder, Samilia. Please, get your equipment on. You have things to take care of outside."
I will finish getting ready, and as I do, I'll say loudly enough for him to hear me. You can't really fault me for trying.
He walks away. You see...
I will finish getting my stuff on.
Good. You see as he walks away, out of the corner of the room that he walks through, you see this little red imp poke his head out and then look at you.
Hi.
And then pull his head back from the wall again. You hear Orithamir say, "Red one, come here." And you see him skitter across the floor and immediately bow down in front of Orithamir.
Yes, master.
I need you to show Samilia where everything is.
Okay.
And the little thing sort of waddles up to you as you finish getting your equipment on. And says,
I'm told. Let me show you around. Yeah.
Very well. What is your name?
Red one. I'm Red one.
Your name can't really be a red one.
Well, I don't have a name per se. The red one. I'm the red one, because I'm red.
He looks sort of like a you know what an imp looks like, but he sort of has a long face, very strange looking fellow with big sort of bug eyes, and little ears on the top of his head, but he's very slight.
So like creature from Harry Potter, but red?
Pretty much.
Okay. So I will be like, alright, red one then. I will follow your lead.
As you follow the red one through the very elaborate house, which is sort of like a mixture between obsidian and other sorts of like strange architecture, you could tell that it has a sort of style to it, the whole architecture, but it's nothing that you've never seen anything quite like it before. There's a certain evil about it. So you make your way to the front door, this archway, and as soon as the imp opens the door, the heat just sort of like hits you immediately as you realize, you look out on the plain ahead of you, you see volcanoes, you see red mountains, you see craggy sort of mountainous areas, rocky areas, and just off in the distance you hear this almost this buzzing noise, but this sort of almost like static fuzz, and you see this black mass just start to move over the top of this volcano and head across the sky. And upon further inspection, you realize that it is a mass of thousands of demons that have these fly-like wings, and they're thousands of them moving through the sky at once.
Well, that's interesting.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh, that's not great. That's a 14.
14? Okay. Actually gonna... One second here. Right there. Yeah, so you actually notice only this sound that is sort of close by. You hear it sort of like... And then you hear...
Whatever menu you had up is still showing on the stream.
What's that?
Oh, no, you're good now.
Yep, sorry about that. Yeah, so you hear it over to the left of the building that you're at right now, sort of on the other side of the wall. Would you like to inspect it? There's patches of like rocks and stuff if you'd like to stealth over in that direction, using the rocks as cover.
What is the red one doing?
He actually is still sort of inside the room, and he's sort of poking his head out and looking around like he's sort of afraid.
So he's probably not gonna leave until these things go away.
Yeah, he looks up to you and then back outside again multiple times, wondering if you're going to do anything. He looks to you and says,
Ghouls, I think. Nasty things. Eat flesh. I'm flesh.
I could see where that would present a problem. I will head over in that direction I heard the noise and I'll take a look. I'll try to stealth and sneak up on him.
Sure, go ahead and roll your stealth.
Okay, that's 23.
Okay. So you find a series of rocks and the small sort of wall that has been dilapidated for thousands of years, and you sort of been down behind it, and up ahead you see as three of these ghoul-like creatures are sort of just like sniffing the wall, and you see a splatter of blood up on the side of the wall of Orthamir's house. So yeah, three of these ghouls. You see one of them sort of eating something in one of his hands.
How far from them am I?
From this distance, you're probably about 30 feet.
I'm going to subtly cast Hunter's Mark on the closest one.
All right.
And then I'm going to pull out my short bow.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack.
All right.
Is this a surprise round?
This is a surprise round, so because they definitely did not see you at all.
I need to roll 3 d20s, 1 for initiative and 2 for attack. Okay.
We'll just do this. Right there. That'll work. You grab some ghoulies. And you're gonna be, I don't know if you can actually be seen. Yep, there you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
How are you? Wait a second. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you're 30 feet. Good. All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
So for my attack, with advantage, I got a 16.
All right.
Does that hit?
1 second. I have to pull up my ghoul. Yes, certainly hits.
Oh, awesome. I was expecting to miss on that.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I get 4d6 sneak attack now.
Okay.
Plus Hunter's Mark. Oh, and since it's a surprise round, it's an automatic critical.
Oh, there you go.
That is 56 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So, as soon as you let the arrow go, this not only hits the ghoul, but you see a splatter of new material up on the wall behind the ghoul as that one immediately is vanquished. The others, in their confusion, still not able to see where that attack came from. I need you to roll a what is it called? Initiative.
Can I re-roll the initiative that I already rolled?
What did you get?
I got a 14.
No.
I rolled a 7 and I have a +7.
Okay, give me 1 second. So
I'm really good when I go first.
okay. It's lucky for you. So, one goes before you and one goes after you. They both don't know where you are, by the way. That was a pretty silent arrow. But this one immediately starts going up to the wall and licking the blood. This one, that's the one that goes first, and then it's your turn.
Okay, if I'm still hidden, then I do still have advantage.
That is correct.
I will move my Hunter's Mark to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
And I will rinse and repeat.
Okay.
I get 2 attacks this turn. That's way better. That's a 23 to hit on the first attack.
Oh, yeah.
And a 22 to hit on the second one.
Oh, okay. That'll do.
So the first one I get sneak attack. It's not considered surprise still because they've gone. But I do get sneak attack.
Yeah, you do get sneak attack because they still haven't found you yet. They're not very perceptive or intelligent.
That roll wasn't as good. 8, 12, 18, 25 points of piercing damage.
There you go, 25. Did you hit this one right here? The one up against the wall?
Yep.
That one is where he's licking the blood. Now his own blood is up on the wall, and he falls as well.
Nice.
Yep. You already rolled for another attack that hit, didn't you?
I rolled to hit on the second attack. I got a 20 something. And that one takes... Oh, so that one's down, so the second attack will go to the next one.
Yep.
Okay, so that's no advantage. I cannot move my Hunter's Mark. I already used that. So that's that, plus that. I do way less damage.
Yeah.
That is 15 points of damage.
15. Okay. This one you do hit, and this one drops his meal that he has in his hand. He wasn't even really concerned with the other two ghouls when they got shot down, but now he drops the meal from his hands and then looks straight up and sees you with your bow as you sort of duck back around the corner. He knows who you are now, and he is going to come at you,
Wait,
bro.
I have some movement, right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I'm moving back 2 squares.
Back here.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
All right.
Cool. This one does. What is his movement? Okay. He starts trying to climb up the wall.
I'm
And
really
that's gonna-
hoping his movement is only 30.
But he's in the process of climbing the wall right now. And that's the end of his turn.
Yes.
So he is under probably 3/4 cover right now from you.
No.
Yeah. But it is your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna read up one of my abilities real quick. Make sure that I have it correct. Ah, darn. Okay. I guess I will use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark to it,
Okay.
and then I will attack. I don't have any kind of advantage, so no sneak attack. That's a natural 20. Yeah. So
It hits. Even after the cover.
so short bow plus hunter's mark. That is 18 points of piercing damage.
Yep. As this one starts to sort of lumber up the wall, he looks up to you at the last moment, and as he locks eyes with you, the last thing he sees is an arrow protrude right from its head, and he does a cross-eyed, looks up at it, and then slumps back down, falling to the ground.
I'm going to go investigate those bodies and rearrange my dice.
Okay. Not really much is left on these bodies. They're mostly naked creatures with palish pink skin, and they were gnawing. One of them was missing a hand, and then the one you just killed was busy gnawing on that hand. So, if you want to keep the hand, that's some loot.
No, I do not want to keep the hand. I will just basically poke them to make sure that they're definitely dead.
yeah, they seem
Okay.
dead enough.
I don't like dead enough.
As far as ghouls go, it's dead. But you do give it a courtesy stab.
All right, I will return to the red one and I'll say, you can come out now. I believe the threat has passed.
It's gone? It's gone. I can come out. And then the sun. There's not much of a sun. Just all... This place smells bad all the time.
I noticed that.
Like farts.
I believe that it is a sulfuric brimstone that you are smelling, probably.
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of a rotten egg.
That's the stuff that falls from the sky.
Are we in danger of getting hit in the face by sulfur?
No, Master has a force field that keeps that sort of thing away. Yes.
Well then, I suppose we should get going then.
Yes. Tonight, Malik's gonna be here. I don't want to be around for that. Nope. Going to the hills. Yep.
I'll follow him and I'll just kind of keep a note in my head to ask later about Malik.
You see as he goes back into the house, Orthamir is busy next to a bookshelf. You see as he's pulled out this very old-looking leather-bound book, but the leather itself looks as though it's made out of the same ghoul flesh that you just dispatched outside. And he's flipping through it, and you hear him muttering incantations, and then he looks up in the air, and then he flips the page again, and he notices as you come back in, and says, "Samilia, please, have a seat."
Just because he keeps calling me Samilia and not Sam, I'm going to continue standing until he forces me to sit.
I smell fresh ghoul. Hideous smell. There's a few things I'll never get used to on this plane. You realize we are on the 9 hells, don't you, Samilia?
I did not realize that, but now that you say it, it makes sense.
Yes, well, you are never quite the most perceptive, but sneaky you are. Sneaky indeed. And you can kill. I like that about you, Samilia. That's why I have you here. I need someone to make some certain what would you call mercy killings. There are some devils in this valley that have been getting on my master's nerves, and then therefore my nerves as well. For tonight, Malik will be here, and I would like you to be on your best behavior, Samilia.
Who is this Malik, and why are they so special?
Malik is an archdevil. He's the one that has granted me this power. And for now, you and I will be working with him until my ends are met. Do you understand that, Samilia?
I understand you perfectly.
So, do me a favor, follow the red one into the kitchen and make yourself useful. He's already started the meal.
Rethamar, as much as I would be pleased to do your bidding, in case you have forgotten that for all these years, my cooking skills, not so great.
You're not cooking for me, dear Samilia. You're cooking for Malik. Just pull one of those ghouls inside, and the red one will show you how to spice it properly.
Okay. I'll grab one of the ghouls, I guess, and go into the kitchen. And the whole time I will curse Orethamir's name.
The red one, the house imp, as he's sort of like cutting into the flesh and sort of trying to make a neat sort of cut into the ghoul flesh. It is an awful smell, and I'll need you actually to do a Constitution saving throw, just because this hideous undead-like flesh that's still moistened and it's gross.
So I'm gonna use my first luck of this encounter.
What's the worst that could happen? You're gonna use a luck on this?
I mean, the worst that could happen is that I rolled a 2. That's a natural 1 plus 1. So I'm gonna roll that again.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Did you?
6.
You got a 6. You, as the imp is sort of cutting into this flesh and you're standing in sort of this small kitchen-like room, you not only do you start to smell as he cuts into it, but you start to see as this small plumes of steam rise up from the instantly decaying flesh, and it hits your nostrils. You feel queasy and you try to, control yourself, but then a moment later, okay, I'll be okay. Nope. And all over the meal and the red one as the imp looks up to you with his arms out like,
It's extra flavor.
This'll get us killed. Now we gotta clean this up and get another ghoul. We don't have much time. Alex will be here tonight.
Sure. I will go grab another ghoul and bring them in to help us clean this up.
You come back as the red one is, he's already discarded that body off into a bucket of bones that is nearby, and then he's wiped away most of the puke. And then you lay the other one on the table, and he just shrugs and starts cutting into the next one. And you're still not quite used to it yet, so can you please roll another Constitution saving throw? You're just standing nearby going, no! No!
That's a 4.
No! This is the worst. This is gonna be the death of Sam right here.
Just vomit up her entire essence.
Okay, so once again, but this time you managed to turn your head towards the bucket of bones nearby and just puke on the previously puked on corpse. And the imp says,
Good shot.
but you don't have much left in you to puke. It seems like you haven't eaten for quite some time, so
that makes my throat burn just thinking about it.
So this is hell after all.
This is hell.
So a little while later, as you see is the imp and you start putting slabs of meat across this sort of makeshift brimstone grill, and it starts to really kick into gear. The flames start shooting out and everything. You hear the voice in your head again, the one from earlier.
Still keeping an eye on you, Sam.
If you've been watching me this entire time, why did you let me vomit twice?
I don't have that kind of power. Not where you are.
Well, can you at least keep me company?
No. I can only do this so much. Someone's bound to find out. But I tell you what. Reach up and grab your neck again.
I do.
The collar unclips.
Okay. I will, is there a way I can, I'll feel it unclip when I'm ecstatic. Is there a way I can, sleight of hand to make it look like it's still closed?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand and see if you can get it clasp back together. You've dealt with these collars before, so you sort of get the idea.
I don't want to, clasp it to where it starts working again.
Yeah.
But I just want it to appear like it's still closed.
Sure.
Come on, baby! Sleight of hand. 31.
31. Okay. The imp notices nothing.
Nope.
How much better do you want to do?
33.
33. Okay, it might as well have not have fallen off at all, but since it did, it still looks like it is. So nobody's gonna notice. At least not that you think so.
16 plus 17, that's 33, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, yeah. And the imp is now sort of with this spatula sort of flipping over the ghoul meat, and
It should only be minutes from now. Minutes from now, and then Malik will walk through the door. I don't want to be here.
and he looks at the back door, and you see that he's like thinking about making a run for it.
Is he wearing any clothes, or is it just...
He has a little loincloth on.
I ain't grabbing that. I'm gonna grab the back of his neck, and
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna be like, if I have to be here, Red One, so do you.
And he looks back at you and
Okay.
So yeah, we'll finish getting everything ready.
all right. The meal turns out you and the red one placed it on these oddly white plates. It's like the only white thing you've seen since you've been here, and these slightly juicy slabs of ghoul steak, and you hear you remember that buzzing noise from earlier? You hear
Yeah.
that tenfold, almost like a train just as thousands of these insects just start of landing outside. You hear thump after thump, these demonic insects, and you hear out front in the next room as the door opens to the front, and you hear Aura Thamir. Welcome, Master, welcome. We have food ready for you, and I am ready to make our preparations. And then you hear the voice of Malik. Yes. I'm ready to eat. Well then come, sit. And you hear as these sort of giant sort of footsteps clink into the room. You and the red one look at each other for a moment and like
I'm glad I already threw up, or else it might be...
And what would you like to do at this moment? You sort of hear them sort of settling into the next room.
I guess I will sort of take my cue and get the food together and take it out to them.
Okay. You and the red one is just shaking with the plate, and he's got to hold it with two hands, or else the meat's gonna flop off. As soon as you walk into the room, and you see this, I want to hold on 1 second. I want to turn down this music a little bit. Got a little loud. Oop, see, there we go. And you see this this figure with big, huge, brawny muscles and hooves for feet, and these huge spiraling horns coming out the front of it, and its eyes glowing with this intense yellow and red burning sensation with the blackest of pupils you've ever seen, and its red skin as he has his elbow propped up and says,
Aura Thamir, who is this one? Ah, well, this is Amelia. She was a former employee of mine, and now she's with us again. She will make herself very useful, believe me, Malik. I don't like her.
he sniffs the air. Ah, come. Bring the food.
I will carry the food over and I'll set the plates down, and as I do, I will give a very deep and respectful bow to Malik, and I will say, my lord, it is my pleasure to serve you.
Okay. Malik, he barely looks up at you, more like your midsection, and he says,
If I tell you to run, You'll run. And you
I
feel
will run fast and far, my lord.
you feel in your body like you're ready to just jolt, right? You're like, yeah, I think I might run, right? But you're playing it cool. You're playing it cool. He diverts his attention down to the ghoul stake, and he picks it up with his huge fingers and brings it up to his mouth. Some other ingredient. Satisfying.
I'll like whisper down to the red one. Is that the one that I puked on?
He looks up to you, just shaking. Orthamir says to you and the red one,
thank you for the meal. Please, go to the other room. Malik and I have things that we need to discuss. Plans to set in play.
Alright, I will give another bow to Malik, and I will very distinctly refuse to bow to Orthamir, and I will turn and I will leave.
Shame.
and as you walk out of the room, you hear as they both start discussing of the death of some sort of devil nearby. Would you like to hear the rest of the conversation, or would you like to do something else?
I will try and figure out how I'm going to get out of this.
Right now, you are back in the kitchen, which was the next room over. There's a door that can be shut. And there's also a back door that leaves this place. And you see as the red one is like looking back and forth to you and the door, and it is just shaking.
So, the voice told me that there was a green dragon nearby who needed help, right?
Yep.
He said it was like 4 miles.
Yes, he did. To the west, I do believe he said.
Can I make it 4 miles without them catching me?
I wonder if there is a west in the Nine Hells.
I guess cardinal direction there'd be a west, but not true compass direction.
Sure. Let's just say that you have this internal sort of like a beacon that you feel within yourself that the voice was sharing with you.
Okay.
You just sort of feel the direction you need to go.
I will tell the red one, I need you to cover for me. I need you to lie, and I need you to make sure they do not realize that I am gone, at least for a while.
What? How?
I don't know, make something up.
Lie?
Yes, lie. You do know how to lie, don't you?
Oh, no. I couldn't.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Persuasion, I'm not so great at that.
Unless you have another idea.
I would say intimidation, but that's the same. It's okay, I got a 19.
A 19? Okay, yeah, that does it. That does it. And matter of fact, not only does it do it, but the red one looks up to you and says,
Are you planning an escape?
Yes, I am planning an escape.
What about the red one?
Can you escape from here?
I don't know.
You look down and he doesn't have a collar or anything.
I will see what I can do. If I can take you with me. You've been most helpful. If I can take you with me, then I will.
Yeah. Good. What do I do?
Just tell them I want to go hunt some more ghouls, to prepare them for the second course, and that they will be back shortly.
Oh. Okay. I can do that. Yeah.
And I will sneak out the back door.
You look back just for one more time, and you see the imp as he goes from like bright and happy to like sort of grim. Like he's still gotta lie to him.
Oh, this is gonna go great.
You got the back door. On the back side of this this building, you see off in the distance there's sort of a crater that's sort of about 200 feet ahead, and sort of near over in that direction that you're supposed to be going, there's also a red lake of some sort, and a series of hills and rocky terrain. And the direction in which you seem to be going looks to be near a particular volcano in the distance. Past past this crater and through this lake of red.
Okay. I will take off with my action, bonus action, and movement. I can go 90 feet and around. Stealth, that brings it down to 45.
Yeah.
So just for your information, I'm going to go ahead and stealth.
Okay.
I'm going to use luck. It can get worse than what I just rolled, but not by a lot.
Oh, good. Okay.
That's not worse. Not much better. That's a 17.
17. Okay. So you look back a couple times towards the building that you're leaving. You see as sort of in the distant sort of haze on the other side of the building, as thousands of these fly-like demons are just sort of like minding their own business, and you swear that a couple of them sort of look up in your direction with their black and red faces, but they look away. And there's thousands of them, mind you, just sort of on the front side of this large two-story building.
Okay, I will continue on my path in the direction that I seem to be indicated that I need to go.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, those insect things don't see very far. They just see 1,000 of something with their insect eyes.
What's the lighting in the area?
So it's a very pale red color. It's sort of reminiscent of the red sky above, and it's actually pretty bright, and it's very hot.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
I'll try to stick to the shadows as much as I can, but if it's bright, then that's not gonna do me much good.
Well, there are as you're moving along, there are a series of like huge boulders and rocks that you're able to like move between, which only makes you sort of visible for short durations at a time. But you do on the way towards. Do you want to sort of move away from the crater ahead, or do you want to go right towards it, or do you want to just sort of move around it and go towards the lake?
Is the beacon pointing me like right towards the crater?
It's basically right at the crater, and you feel like it's past the crater, past the lake, and then there's this volcano, this mountainous volcano.
Are there any other like natural rocky formations that I can kind of tuck close to maintain my stealth, or do I have to cross like vast open ground?
As you get closer to the crater, there's less and less sort of rocks, but you could probably make your way around sort of a longer way around the side of the lake. It would take longer, though.
Okay, I'm willing to sacrifice speed for stealth, so I'll take the long way.
All right, you're going to take the long way. Once again, as you make your decision, I would like you to roll a new stealth check, given your decision. think my music might have turned off.
That's way better. That's a 24.
Okay. That's awesome. There we go. A 24. You actually start walking along and ducking down in between these craggy pits that you're in, and you hear a noise sort of off in the crater. The crater itself isn't very big as you look from a distance. It's sort of like, for a crater, it's about 200 foot across, maybe 30 foot deep or so. But you hear this noise like a
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't like that.
But that's pretty much it. You find your way towards the lake, and this lake is huge. It's almost like a river. You can't really see the ends of both sides. However, you look down, you see the pale red water, and you see. I'm going to make a perception check to sort of see what's going on here.
That's a big old 9.
A 9.
That's a big old 10.
A 10. With a 10, you could see there's little bits and pieces of body parts just floating randomly in this giant lake of red water. But that's about all you can make out. And probably about, I want to say, 80 foot across, there is land. And then you see more cragginess and stuff like that. And then there's a volcano. The volcano is very large in your vision right now.
I can't see to either side of this lake. It just goes on.
It goes pretty far. It may be a river as far as you're concerned. Do you want to go ahead and walk down the side for a while and see if you can find the end? There's a lot of hills and stuff in the way, sort of not making it hard to see anything.
As much as I want to not cross this river, I'm a little pressed for time. Do I see anything I could make like a makeshift raft out of, like some scraps of wood, or...
There is no wood, unfortunately. But if you'd like to make a raft out of rocks, you could try.
Well, that's not going to work very well.
You also hear somewhere near, not too near, but near enough, that same growl as it sort of feels closer. Maybe as though it's been sniffing a trail.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to activate my magical tattoo and disguise myself as a tiefling.
Oh. Okay.
And I'm going to hope that I don't need it. Very specifically, a red tiefling.
Okay.
To hope that I blend in with this lake water.
Okay. What about your... You're just going to be all red?
Pretty much.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
And this is a bad idea. I am going to swim across. You said it's about 80 feet?
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to swim across.
Okay. Wow. There you go. This is
bad idea.
This is not water. The first thing you find out as you start to put your feet into it, and it is most certainly blood, and lots of it, and it's very viscous, and it's very, in some ways, it feels wet and dry simultaneously. It sticks to you, and it's difficult to swim in. So we're gonna have your swimming speed because of it.
I don't have a swim speed. So my swim speed is already half my movement. So you're gonna have that again.
Uh-huh.
Sweet! I can move 7 feet.
7 feet?
times 3, so 21 feet per round.
21 feet per round. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's like 4 rounds.
Yep. That's 4 chances for something to go terribly wrong.
All right. So, do you want to hit it hard, or do you want to start? Do you want to just swim as well as you can?
I'm swimming
You could
as
dash
quickly as I can. Yeah, I'm using my movement, my action, and my bonus action to move.
Good. So, go ahead and roll an athletics check just to get going, because this is.
I'm fantastic at those.
Yeah.
I'm so great at athletics.
Yeah.
That's like my number one thing. That's an 18.
Not bad. Not bad.
That's almost as high as I could get.
You get into the blood, and you immediately start feeling pretty good about your odds. You're swimming, you're making good pace, stuff like that. The first thing that, as you lift your head up above the blood to swim, you touch something fleshy. And immediately you freak out and realize that it's a leg of something.
All right.
As it's floating in the water, just sort of being tossed in the blood. And you scream for a second, and I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
See, I was literally just thinking, I'm disturbed. Ben is disturbed. Sam has seen blood and body parts before. I don't know if she'd be disturbed by this. I'll make the check if you want me to, but I have a case.
I think this is pretty gross too. I mean,
okay,
it's pretty gross.
Constitution, you said?
Yeah.
Saving throw or
just saving throw? Anyway. Saving throw, yeah.
It's the same either way. Hey, 19.
Not bad. This time you hold it in and you keep trucking on. You don't miss a beat. You're starting to feel like you're getting pretty far. You, as you head lifts above the blood again, as you're swimming, you glance back and you see something. Do you want to take a moment to pause and look, or do you want to keep swimming?
I do not want to be caught in this lake, so I will keep moving.
Okay. Very good. You are actually making a little bit of noise, sort of sloshing around in this open water. You hear much closer than you did before, and you hear the scrapes on the rocks behind you. You don't know what it is, but you keep swimming.
Yeah, nope, I keep swimming.
Go ahead and
This was a bad idea.
You hear the blood behind you off in the distance near the shore. Just you hear, and eventually you hear something behind you swimming. You're disturbed, freaked out, scared a little bit. I need you to go ahead and roll an athletics check, this time with advantage, because you sure as hell want to get this going.
Alright.
Unless you have another idea.
Nope. Oh, thank God I had advantage on that. 15.
15. You keep swimming, and let me see how fast this thing goes. You feel like it is staying at pace with you. If you keep...
I apologize, Di, for all the bad things I said about you earlier.
Whatever it is doesn't seem to be gaining on you, but you haven't looked. Would you like to pause and turn around?
Nope.
All right.
I need to get to land. I cannot fight anything
You only got 2 more rounds. So
if I get caught in a fight in this water, I'm fucking dead. So
I need you to roll an athletics check for your next little bout. You have 2 left. This one and the other.
Is
Athletics.
this also with advantage?
Yes, it is.
That was a 9 and a 2.
Okay.
Oh, no. Nope. That's a 6. That's 7.
Okay, let's see how well on this round your pursuer.
I take back all the takebacks.
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
What you get?
It's I rolled a 19 and it's plus some good decks, so it's gaining on you.
Wait, it gets to use dex?
Uh-huh. It does.
Oh,
On account of that it's pretty good at swimming stuff.
I don't want to use dex.
Well, it doesn't have an athletics. I guess it could
Neither
use
do
strength,
I.
but it's no different. At any rate, you hear it gaining on you, and you're pretty sure that whatever it is going to catch you in the next round, unless you roll extremely high.
I gotta keep going. I gotta keep trucking.
Okay.
Like I said, if I get caught in this water, I'm dead. Or in this blood, I'm dead. So,
Okay.
do I get advantage again?
You do.
That's a 19.
A 19. Okay. Nice. Oh. Okay. It got a 10. So, you hear as you finally make your way to the side of the embankment and you pull yourself up and get onto dry land, and you turn around and ready your stuff immediately, ready for action. You see swimming not too far, maybe just even a few feet behind you, was this almost reptilian dog-like red creature with scales on its head and basically spines all the way down to a long tail, and very much like a dragon-like face as it sort of like dog paddles towards you. What would you like to do?
Will it catch up to me before, like, we get a combat going, or?
Anyways, I got a mini for it.
Nice.
You can't see it because it's really red.
I can see it. Like, I don't see the details of the face or anything, but it looks pretty wicked.
Yeah, I got everything really red for some reason. But
So,
yeah, what did you say?
do I think it's gonna, like, catch up to me within the next
It's basically
6 seconds?
you have with the roll it had earlier, it is probably one round away from you. So you have a round to act without it getting to you.
All right.
You have just over 6 seconds to make a decision.
I am going to hope this thing is not very fast on land, and I'm going to use my move, my action, and my bonus action to run back.
Okay, you gonna run towards the volcano?
Yep, 90 feet.
You turn to run towards the volcano. The first thing you see off in the distance is the sort of like a rune, like a ruins sort of like enclosure off in the distance, probably about 100 or about 200, 300 foot off. That's sort of inset into some like craggy rocks, and you see the top half of a green sort of dragon-like figure as it sort of this sways, and so you start running in that direction.
Yep, and then once I get my full turn away,
Mhm.
I'll just glance back over my shoulder and see how far it is.
Okay, good. And so you said
90 feet.
90 feet? Gotcha. It is not catching up with you necessarily. It is a little bit slower on foot. So, as I said before, there's sort of like this this cropping of like boulders and stuff ahead. I need you to make a basically a climb. So roll for either acrobatics or athletics.
Oh, you know which one I'm gonna choose.
Probably
Definitely
acrobatics.
performance.
Yeah. No.
So natural ones aren't automatic failures on skill checks. I would like to remind you of that.
Oh yeah,
So that's
sure.
so that's a 9.
That's a 9? Okay. Well, let's see. As you're climbing up this outcropping of like boulders and whatnot, the creature is going to try to do the same thing to try to catch up with you.
Right.
18, and it has a climb of 30 foot around. So,
Of course.
as you are sort of climbing up this boulder, you hear right behind you as it leaps up, not even climbing, but just leaps up and grabs the back of your leather pantyhose, and
Okay. How far in the air are we? How far up this rock?
I would say, given the roll you just gave me, probably about 10 foot up.
10 foot? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a little rocky place right here, and you are about right here, and there. And it grabs a hold of you, and you just stay right there. So it's just got a hold of you. It hasn't drugged you down yet. Okay? Oh,
That's fine.
Can't see shit. You turn it. Uh-oh. There. Very visible. It's got a hold of you.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do? Oh, it's roll initiative. I'm sorry. I'm grabbing
Okay.
stuff, and I'm thinking too much.
Stop thinking.
I gotta get my stuff together.
I am probably gonna put this dice in jail soon. I mean, that's a better roll than I've had the last couple of times, but I was hoping for higher.
Okay.
This dice is suddenly betraying me.
Yeah, it is a betrayal dice. There you go. You can see that a little bit.
Alright, I got a 20 on initiative.
Sweet. And it's got a 19.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm
you
glad
get to
I have a +7 and not a +4.
it's sort of reached up, and it's just got a hold of you barely by the back of your pantyhose.
I will. So, if I disengage, will it let go of me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage.
Okay. You yank your foot away.
No, actually,
Oh.
I'm going to use my action to disengage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Awesome.
I am going to then drop the 10 feet to the ground. And then I still have 30 feet thanks to Gloomstalker. I get an additional 10 feet on my first turn. So I will run 30 feet away.
Okay. Let's do that. There you go.
And that's it. That's my whole turn.
Where are you at on here? Hold on. I lost you. Oh, there you are. Cool.
That is my entire turn.
Cool. It is going to... it gets about 5 foot away from you. Let me see what its reach is.
It's probably 10 feet.
I don't know.
Under its attacks, whatever attack you want to use, it should say reach blank feet.
It's only 5. Your turn.
Awesome. Then in that case, I will come this way, another 30 feet, kind of behind the rocks that are. If you go basically in a straight line, 30 feet away from it, like towards. I wish I could point to this where I want you to put me. Yeah, that way, 30 feet. Yep, perfect. I will use my bonus action to hide.
Okay, do it. Roll a stealth?
That's a 30.
Okay.
And then I will hope that it is not smart enough to have tracked my progress, basically. And then I will.
Oh, it's not very
attack.
smart at all, but it's very perceptive.
That's okay. It can do a perception check against me
Uh-huh.
because I'm going to attack.
Attack, yeah. It's still your turn.
So, do I get advantage?
I would say with a 30, yeah. For one attack, you
Okay.
get advantage, and then it's going to immediately know where you are again.
That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a natural 20. It did not give me a natural 20, but that is going to be an 18 to hit.
Ah. That hits.
All right.
That's a hitter.
4d6 plus short bow plus hunter's mark. Okay. That is 26 points of piercing damage.
26 points of piercing damage. Very nice. The arrow flies right over the rocks and almost just skims across the top of them, hitting it in the upper shoulder area, and you hear as the arrow
Alright.
protrudes from its flesh.
I get one more attack. That's a 22 to hit.
That does it. Yep.
That is 17 points of piercing damage.
Nice. 17 points as the second arrow follows the same trail and hits it almost squarely in the same shoulder. All right. And it is going to be very mad. Very, very mad as it... Oh, it actually made it all the way to you this time. It runs very quickly around these rocks here, and it lunges for you with its toothy maw.
Toothy maw.
Toothy maw. Sharp. Sharp. Very sharp. Okay. 17?
Miss.
Ooh. And it's got one more attack as it bites at you one more time. Natural 20.
Oh. Do I want to do it?
What?
No, I'll save it.
You're gonna save it?
I will save it. I'll take this hit.
Okay, if you say so. Let me roll.
I can use a luck to make them re-roll if I want to, but I want to save my last luck.
Okay.
Basically, I'm going to try to outpace this guy.
All right, you take 19 points of piercing damage as the teeth grab onto your upper arm and sort of pull you down. It's got you in a dog lockjaw right now, so you are grappled to that spot, and it's not letting up. And it is your turn.
I don't like this one bit.
It does make you feel good that it has 2 good arrow wounds in its shoulder, and it's bleeding.
I will run away. I'll take my attack of opportunity.
You're grappled.
Oh! Then I will attempt to free myself from this grapple.
Okay. We'll make a opposing
Opposing checks, yeah.
athletics.
He has to use athletics. I can use athletics or acrobatics.
Or acrobatics. Got you. Oh. Okay.
24.
4. What would you like to do
All right.
now? You get your arm out of it.
So that was my action,
Mm-hmm.
which sucks because I wanted to use that. Yeah, I will do the same strategy. I just won't get to attack this turn. I will run away and take the attack of opportunity.
Run away! Okay. Go ahead. And he's gonna... Where would you like to run to?
Those rocks that are in the middle there, I want to get behind them if I can.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's going to take his attack opportunity. However, thing is about this guy is that if he actually attacks you, he can immediately clamp onto you again. Like if he bites you. So,
Okay.
Nope, he doesn't get you.
Okay.
He basically 12, 13, 14, 16.
Yeah, no, that misses.
All right. And you're behind these rocks here. You have a little bit of visibility, 3/4 or so.
That's fine. I can't attack him this turn anyway, so I'm going to use my bonus action to hide.
Okay.
$28.
Okay. You're about as hidden as you could think of. Like, oh no, where'd he go? Where'd Sam go? There we go.
This ice is taking me on a roller coaster today.
So
That's my whole turn.
it's going to try to find you because it just about had you. You took off and scrambled, and it's going to roll a quick check to find you.
Are there
What did you roll for hiding again? Your stealth?
28?
Okay. It's gonna start sniffing in the direction it saw you go. So
I'm like making myself as small as possible in that little rock, structure there.
Yep. Yeah, you did. You're nice and small. It does not find you on this round. However, it is stalking and sort of moving up across the rocks up higher in order to find you. And it is your turn.
Do I have a solid line of sight to him now?
Half cover.
If I move a little further away, but still like behind those other rocks that are kind of next to me to keep my stealth, yeah. Would that eliminate the half cover or no?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Cause yeah, sure. If you sort of poke around this side right here, it'll eliminate the half cover.
But I'm still hidden?
You're still hidden.
Okay. That's all I wanted. Alright, then I will attack.
Cool.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, that does it.
I really wanted a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
That is 24 points of piercing damage.
24. You hit it this time, and this time you hit it square in the sort of the belly region, and it makes that hideous noise again. And is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna keep moving over to the other rock outcropping there, and then I will once again try to hide.
Okay, go for it.
This is what I got.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20. I could have used that last roll.
Nice, nice.
So that's a 32 in case you were curious.
Oh, nice. At any rate, you go and you hide around the other side of this rock, and you hear the pitter-patter of the creature as it runs away. It's been wounded too much, and it doesn't want to take any more damage, so it actually starts running away. Do you want to, as it's running off in the distance over these rocky plateaus, you want to take one last shot at it?
I could get a good shot on it still.
I'm gonna say it's about probably somewhere around 60 feet away from you. If you can get a shot on it, I'll say that you have one last shot with like full view.
Okay, I will take a shot. I guess maybe I won't, because that's a 12.
You do shoot an arrow off the distance and try to get it, but you see as it sort of leaps out of the way into another sort of pit, and it's gone from visibility. And soon enough, you can no longer hear its pitter-patters on the rocky ground. You are left alone, and you probably want to go back to getting up this side of this cliff face here, huh?
Yep.
Go ahead and roll a acrobatics or athletics or whatever.
21.
All right. You start climbing your way up, no problem. And once you get to the top of this, you're sort of looking down on this whole area. Before, whenever you saw the top of this green dragon, you see the full thing now as it's chained down in like 6 places all around it with these huge, heavy, massive chains. You see 3 of these devil-like fellows with shields and swords just sort of walking the perimeter. They got little horns on their head and everything. And the dragon looks like it's just like looking down at the ground, and every once in a while you see it turn its head and sniff at one of the guys, like, and the guy's just like back off of it for a second, and then stab at it for a second, and the dragon pulls back, What would you like to do at this moment? You're sort of about, I want to say you're about 40 or 50 foot over the top of this. There is a way you can climb down that could be pretty stealthy.
How many people are around the dragon?
3 of these devil-looking fellows. They're sort of walking the perimeter. Look like guards.
I will make my way down stealthily.
Go ahead and roll your stealth check. And I would go ahead and say that it's with advantage because nobody's looking up towards you and it's sort of way up high.
That is a 21.
Okay. So you stealth down behind some rocks, and I'll sort of build this up real quick.
While you're doing that, I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break.
Sure.
I have returned.
Cool. So, you're right here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
There is devil guy, devil guy, devil guy. There are these pillars that have some flames sort of in making the area brightly lit. The dragon is chained down pretty well, and there's also an empty cage which looks like has some sort of like corpse or something in it. From this distance, that's all you could really tell. But you are hidden right here. What would you like to do?
Can I watch for a minute these devils as they make their rotation? and I'm going to try and time it so that I can stealth over to the dragon without one of them seeing me.
Okay. What I'll have you do in this situation, as you're sort of timing it, go ahead and roll just a perception check, I would say, just to see if you could see where their eyes are as they're moving.
Okay.
And then you could roll your...
That's a 17 for perception.
A 17? Okay. Hold on one second. I'm going to... I'm going to place these little bits here, and these little bits is going to be where the chains are connected.
Okay.
Okay, that's where the chains are connected. So yeah, you sort of get this pattern. You think you have it figured out to where you may not be seen if you sneak over there.
Alright, do you want me to roll another stealth?
Yes, please do.
That is a 31. Nope. Yep, 31.
31. Would you want to go to the dragon, or do you want to go to one of the chain links?
Are there, like, manacles around the dragon's limbs, or are they just chains that are wrapped around the limbs?
It is sort of, it's sort of wrapped around the body and the top of the dragon. It's not actually on the limbs. It looks like they just literally threw like a net over it, and it's holding it down.
Okay, then I will go to the links, and I will try to undo them.
Okay, with the stealth of what you just got, you can get right here, and I'll need you... you'll have one chance to do this without being caught. So what I'll need you to do is roll a... How do you want to break a chain link, by the way? It's a chain link. How do you want to
break
do
it? It's attached to this link, right?
There's a metal ring in the ground, and then the chain is connected to it.
Can I tell? So, like, is there a base that's like buried under the surface?
You can sort of see that there is maybe like a block or something under the ground that's sort of cemented there or welded there somehow.
I'm not going to be able to break that.
The dragon's having a problem with it too.
I don't think I can free this dragon. Do I see like a hammer or anything nearby that would be able to break this chain link?
You quickly look around as you're out in the open. Go ahead and roll an investigation.
That's a 15.
15. There is a pair of these very heavy-looking, like clamps, declampers, hanging from the belt of one of those devils.
Well, this is what I fucking do, so I'm gonna go try to take it.
Okay.
This is what I'm good at.
Okay, so at this moment, you if you go and you take it now, you'll probably be seen. Do you want to go back to your cover, or do you want to? Because they're all making rounds, right? And if you go from here to go and take the clamp, the next guy's going to see you. But if you want to go back to your cover and wait, you might be okay.
I'll go back to my cover, and I'll wait until I get a better opportunity. Like as soon as I see one of them coming up.
Roll a perception again.
and I'm out of sight of any of the others.
Yeah, roll a perception again as they all make their rounds.
That's a 22.
A 22. Okay. You think now is your time. So you gonna make a break for it? Stealth up to him? Go ahead and roll stealth.
Oh, I'm sorry. 19. Where'd I get 22?
Oh.
19.
19? Alright, go ahead and try to roll your stealth and get up to him again.
Okay, stealth.
The next guy also has some clamps on his belt.
Okay, 24.
Okay, nice. You sneakily follow this guy as you sort of do a quick perception check on the way that it's latched to his belt.
Okay.
And
That's a 14.
a 14. That might make it a little difficult to get off of him. Go ahead and roll, if you want to, a sleight of hand and take this item off of his belt. But you're gonna have to get a I want to say a 16 in order to get this off of him.
I hope you didn't just curse me.
Uh-huh.
Because I cannot roll lower than an 18.
Oh, really?
But a 1's not an automatic failure in skill checks.
You're good then. Oh, you can't roll anything below that. You're probably
I
gonna get
can't
this.
roll below an 18.
Good. I think you got it then. Go ahead and roll this anyways.
That's a 35.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, you immediately look at the way that it's latched to his belt, and the best method is just to cut it off. And so with a quick swipe of your knife, you take the clamp without anything being moved. I'm assuming you're going to get back to your position as these guys make their rounds behind the rocks, right?
Yep, I rolled an 18 plus 17.
There you go. All right, so you now have this sort of huge iron clampy thing that could take apart the chains. Would you like to make a stealth back out there and try to undo one of the chains?
Yep, rinse and repeat, do my roguey thing.
Okay, go for it.
Alright, that's 28.
28. You go out there, you take the clamps, and you bend apart the last link, and it falls to the ground. All right, you want to go back behind?
I'll rinse and repeat this as many times as I need to free the dragon, so.
Okay, I want to see if they start finding out every turn as well, just for one guy, because this is the guy walking around in this direction, so he's going to make a quick perception check. Natural 20. Okay, so
As does he see me?
He walks around and he sees that one of the links is broken, and you hear. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure. There we go. What language does this dude speak? Infernal. Do you speak Infernal?
No.
Oh, okay. So, you hear him say something in a very infernal language. And the others turn and look at him. And he grabs the chain and he looks at it for a moment. And then they just continue on their cycle. All right, would you like to stealth again and go back out towards another one?
Yeah, I don't really have a choice.
Okay.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
That's almost as good as I can roll on stealth. That's a 31.
Okay, you get out here and you immediately go to declamp the next one, and you do. And you want to make your way back, don't you?
Yep.
So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. What is your speed altogether?
It is 30, but if I have to, I'll use a bonus action to dash.
Okay, well you do, and you're gonna have to on the next ones, unless you want to hide somewhere else. All right, so
I'll try to circle around to get closer to the other ones, like behind that first pillar there.
there you go.
Or the second pillar there.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to go this way?
No, that way is fine, but bring me all the way around to the other side. You see, like, by the 3 links that are still there?
Yeah, over here.
Over that direction, further. By the next one. Yep.
Okay.
Behind that one.
Gotcha. All right. They make their rounds again, and go ahead and make your stealth.
Okay. Don't
me see.
fail me now, dice.
Hold on, I want to see if the other guy actually notices. That guy does not notice that the chain is off. So
Come on, dice. That's a 29.
a 29. You jump out here and you take another one. And pop back in your spot. Let's see if these guys find out that a third one is missing. 2.
Okay.
And then the next one, hold on. But now there's 2 guys looking. 3. Okay. None of them are paying attention at this point. They all roll under 5.
Do I see if the integrity of this chain net that the dragon is under is weakened enough for it to escape?
There's an injured bird out in the backyard.
Okay. All right.
Can't let the dogs out because it's right there, and now I have plans that need to urgently go underground, but at the same time I need to take this bird to the rescue.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll be done pretty soon. We're almost done, anyways. But anyways, they what did you just do? Sorry for the interruption.
I wanted to know if the integrity of this net looks like the dragon will more easily escape.
It does. However, the dragon, as it has its eyes closed, is completely unaware and is lying down. But it is facing your direction.
I am going. I'm gonna throw a rock at it.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Am I proficient in rocks? Probably not.
Yeah, at throwing items, right? Just go ahead. Did you miss? What did you get?
I'm trying to do math. Hang on. That's a 14 if I'm proficient.
Okay, well, I'm going to say that the dragon is not trying to dodge you or anything, and it's just laying there, just sort of off in the distance. I'll say that the rock bounces off the ground in front of its face, and it stirs for a moment, and it looks up.
Can it see me?
It's going to do a quick investigation check.
I'm not really hiding from it,
Yeah.
so I'm just generally hidden.
The dragon immediately sees that its chains are all loosened. And it looks up and it sees you with the clamp in your hand. And it recognizes what's happening. And it waits for one of these guys to go around. Let's see if they even can see anything. No. Nope. 4, 4, 6. Nope, they don't see it. Do you want to roll initiative? Because the dragon.
Hell yeah, I do.
The dragon's gonna get the pop on it though. He's gonna bite this guy first.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, that's good. That's pretty good. I got a 21 for initiative.
Okay.
I'm still hidden from them, right?
Yes.
So I'll get a surprise round
All right. and
against any of them that don't act up till that point.
the dragon gets the surprise round as well, but he only rolls a 10. What did you roll for initiative?
21.
21. Okay. So. Okay, wow. They all go after the dragon. So it's.
Oh, nice.
So, first up is the dragon, and it's going to surprise bite, is what it's going to do. Natural 1. Plus 11.
You're
is not-
failing me, dragon.
Yeah.
No, a natural 1 is an automatic miss on hits.
On a surprise round, too, huh? So, I guess its body
So
was.
he would get advantage
Oh, he
on
would.
a surprise round. Yeah.
Thank you. So, that is 21. That's good.
Okay.
Okay, because he rolled a 10 there. Let me grab my. Thank you for reminding me that. 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 and points of piercing damage and 5 of poison. Okay, so this guy gets bit pretty well, and you see as this green poison sort of erupts from the bite. And it's your turn.
Excellent. I will cast Hunter's Mark on the next one, not the one the dragon's attacking, the next one.
This guy.
Yep.
Okay.
And I will attack.
Okay.
That is a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
And because we're in surprise, that's a critical.
Nice.
I just rolled almost the worst that I could roll. That's 34 points of piercing damage.
34. Okay. That should do it. Yeah, 34 points of piercing damage, and right into the past the armor, into its red flesh, as it screams in some infernal language. And up next, you anything else on your turn? By the way,
Is he dead?
no.
Okay. Then I will take my second attack. Still with advantage, but no sneak attack.
Okay.
That's a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
That is 15 points of piercing damage.
Okay. He does go down. As the second arrow invades his body. Now, it is the other two dudes' turns. The one that is being bit is going to run.
So,
Wait.
they're considered surprised
Oh.
until the end of their turn. So,
I see.
they theoretically can't act on that first turn.
See, there you go. So, in that case, since the surprise round already happened, and this is the first, is this the first round now?
So,
Then it's
the way that
the drag.
surprise actually works is you still roll initiative and you run through the initiative order,
Mhm.
but they're considered surprised until the end of their turn.
Okay,
So-
got you. So you're up next.
So if I go, and then
Then the
the
dragon.
dragon goes,
Gotcha.
and then it's them. So then I get a surprise round, dragon gets a surprise round, but on their turn they can't act, and then it rolls to the next
Thank you.
turn.
All right, your turn.
Excellent. I will move my hunter's mark over to the.
There's one here and one here.
Is that guy that's furthest away from me? Is he within 90 feet? Yeah, he is.
Yes.
So I will move my hunter's mark to him.
Okay.
And I'm probably gonna get some cover if I fire from where I'm at, so I'm gonna cut around that pillar so I get a more straight shot to him.
Okay. So you want to go over here?
No, just circle around that pillar to the other side, yep.
Okay.
And then I will fire.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack.
That is a 15 on the first one.
All right. That actually misses.
I figured. And then, well, I might actually want the second one.
Never mind.
Let's see. Better. That's a 25.
25. That'll do it.
We are not in surprise, so I do not get critical, but I still get sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
So that's short bow, sneak attack, hunter's mark, and additional d8 from Gloomstalker. That is 24 points of piercing damage.
24. Okay. Very good. That does it? Go ahead and roll your... Oh, you said 24 points of piercing damage?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I thought that was your attack. Okay. Yeah, so you hit this guy, and I think... Wait a second. Where's my notes? He's barely hanging on. That guy's still hanging on. And it's the dragon's turn. Are you done with yours?
You know what? I'm gonna cut back around behind that pillar, and I'm going to use my. No, I already used my bonus action.
You just did,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll just cut around behind that pillar and try to be out of sight at least.
Okay. You are definitely out of sight right here.
And that's it.
All right. The dragon is going to do some stuff. It's going to do a wing attack. Now that his wings are free. And so these guys need to roll a dexterity saving throw of 19.
Do I need to do that as well? Am I within range?
Nope. Fail. Fail. It's 2d6 of damage. 6, 15. Okay. That guy, they both actually get knocked down with the wing attack, and they take bludgeoning damage from all of the rocks and everything just spewing for them and around them. And you see them as they're getting bludgeoned as this dragon flies up in the air for the first time. All these rocks are just spitting like bullets, and both of them are down. They're donezo. The dragon lands back down for a moment, and it looks over in your direction, and it says, "In you don't speak Draconic, do you?"
No.
It speaks first a few words in Draconic, and then it switches over to Common. I knew you would be here. I reached out,
my prayers were answered.
It would appear that we have a very similar patron at the moment.
I'm willing to make a deal with you if you make a deal with me.
A deal is kind of how I got into this mess, but I am, of course, willing to oblige if the deal is assured. What did you have in mind?
I want you to keep them off my back. We're going into the sky where they brought me through. There's a portal up there.
Okay. Can we make a quick stop, actually?
Sure.
No, I'm talking to the dragon.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
The back 4 miles that way. An imp. I promised him I would try to get him out. We need to at least attempt to not make me a liar. So, do you
You're
mind?
worried about lying. To an imp, a
I
lesser
try
creature, a life
to
form
keep
that
my
means
word.
nothing.
So go ahead and roll persuasion with this dragon.
Persuasion, you say?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 15.
Okay. Let's see what the dragon seems to think about this. The dragon says,
I will not be having an imp ride on me. It's bad enough to have a human.
That's good enough for Sam. She's gonna count that as a solid attempt. So she goes, all right. Well then, let's be off then. I don't want to spend any more time here than I have to.
and the green dragon sort of leans down and says,
Keep your bow ready.
as it sort of urges you onto its back.
I'll
Don't-
climb up on
Don't
its
put
back.
your fingers in my scales. I hate that.
I will not put my fingers in the dragon scales.
And the dragon flies up pretty high and pretty fast as well. And you hear off in the distance as what looks like scout towers with devils in them. You see one of them with a big horn as you hear it go. And you see as a bunch of sort of flying creatures, demonic in shape, start to zoom up into the sky to chase you. So the speed of the dragon right now is 80 feet flying, but it's going to double its speed, and so isn't these very devilish looking mounts with riders. And so you see up in the sky a sort of floating platform way, way off in the distance as it gets closer and closer. But there are two of these mounted riders behind you, slowly catching up. Would you like to? They're about 150 foot off right now. I don't know what your range distance is. But
With my short bow, I can attack up to 320, but I'll have disadvantage at that distance.
okay,
So I will just ready my short bow, and
When
if
they're
they
in
come
range.
within 80 feet of me, I will fire.
good deal. So we get to the point of they're doing the same thing basically. So go ahead and you and the other two roll initiative basically. And okay, so that would be about 20 and 10. What is your initiative?
15. I don't know if I want to re-roll that or not.
Okay. All right, and all at once, everybody fires, but one person goes before you. And we pull up the stats real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I'll leave it.
Okay. All right. 17? Miss?
Miss.
Okay, the arrow flies right next to you and bounces off the dragon's scales. And it's your turn. Oh, no, sorry, multi-attack. One more. 17.
Miss.
Okay, your turn.
I will aim at... Are both of them within 80 feet of me?
Yeah.
I'll aim at the one that has not attacked yet, and I will fire.
Okay.
That is a 27 to hit.
That does it.
I'm fresh out of spells, so I can't cast Hunter's Mark. That's 19 points of piercing damage.
19 points of piercing damage. All right. That'll take a
And
good
then
chunk out.
I will fire again.
Okay.
That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That's 9 points of piercing damage.
9 points. Okay. That's the same person you just hit?
Yep.
Okay, so you hit one of the devils twice. Pretty good hits. The other one flies up next to him, wearing a very interesting looking cloak. And in that moment, you realize that it's the same gray cloak that Orthamir was wearing. And you see as as the veil pulls back, you see Orthamir riding on this demonic beast, flying up towards you. You hear him yell, "Samilia, where are you going?" And he hurls a flame.
Away from you, you dick.
26?
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll hit. Okay. Let me get my... Oh my god. I didn't know you could roll so many sixes. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20.
Oh, me?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20.
I can roll a lot of sixes.
That would be 29 points of fire
wow.
damage as this this huge fire and brimstone ball makes impact, and the dragon lurches for a second after, and you hear the dragon say, "What was that?" And you've just been hit by this huge fireball.
I'm going to go with ow.
Orthamir is, ha 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 ha. Ah, you'll learn, Samilia. You'll learn.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
I do not have any healing potions on me.
You down low enough for a healing potion?
On a scale of 1 to 72, I'm feeling about a 21.
Yeah. You're only about 2 rounds away from the dragon reaching the top. There's
Okay.
as you sort of approach, there's a glowing portal that you see, glowing bright blue. The only thing that's colored differently than red in this whole, besides the dragon, obviously.
Okay. I'm going to explain this to you, and I want you to tell me if it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I damaged, he looks pretty hurt, right?
Yes.
And these things, are they faster than the dragon?
Slightly.
Okay.
By 5 foot.
Okay. Here's
The
what I
mount-
want to do.
The mounts are dashing. That's all they're doing.
I'm going to try and jump off the dragon
Uh-huh.
and come down on the one guy that I hit, basically doing a shove action on him. And then I want to try and grab hold of the back of the mount and mount it.
So you're gonna try to grab the saddle on the flying mount.
Yes.
So they're below. So I'm not gonna give you advantage because this is a difficult thing, but it's really cool, and I think it's pretty badass. So I'm gonna give you advantage anyways.
All right. So tell me what I need to roll.
All right. So for the actual jump down there, I'll need you to roll an acrobatics with advantage.
All right.
So you get advantage.
That's a 25.
25. So you are on mark with hitting this fella. Go ahead and roll an attack once you get down there to knock him off his mount.
Okay. Is that also with advantage or no?
No, not the attack. Not the attack. Just the impact.
Natural 20.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right, so go ahead and roll up your damage.
I'd take a picture, but one of my other dice moved and hit it, and now it's on it too.
It's okay.
Roll damage. What damage?
Oh,
Just an attack?
just an attack. Yeah.
Sure, like with a dagger?
Yeah, use a dagger. It's fine. That would be kind of cool. You like flying down with a dagger in your hand, and as soon as you make impact and grab the side of the saddle, you just plunge the dagger in the guy.
I kind of want to show this to you. It's stupid, because it's on a 2, but the 20's right there.
That's, I believe you.
So dagger attack. That is only 10 points. Do I get sneak attack or anything?
Oh, well, you just rolled a 20, didn't you?
Oh shit! Yeah. Thank you. That is 13 points of piercing damage.
13 points of piercing damage. That'll do it. That'll knock the rider off of the mount.
I was so flabbergasted about the natural 20, I forgot I rolled it.
I get you. The dagger plunges. You fly down off the dragon, and the dagger plunges into the neck of the devil riding the demonic beast, and you immediately grab on to the leather-like saddle, and you take control of the demonic beast. Now I will have to have you roll an animal handling in order to get this thing under control.
Okay.
Because this is something you've never done before.
I'm gonna use luck.
Oh, this is where you use luck. Good thing you saved him.
Okay, animal handling?
Uh-huh.
17?
Oh, that does it. That's barely doing it. So you're able, the demonic creature is like flailing around for a second, and you pull the reins a little bit, and it sort of eases off.
The first one would have been a 10, so...
That wouldn't have done it, yeah. You needed at least like a 15. So, but you got the demon to sort of ease off for a second, and it's still following the dragon. Orothamir, you see riding next to you, has sort of one eyebrow cocked up a little higher than the other one. And let's see, whose turn is it now?
I kissed the dice that gave me the natural 20 on that attack.
I want to guess that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, I think I've done enough this turn.
So, Orothamir is going to oh, this is an interesting move. He's going to batter his flying creature into yours.
Okay.
This will be interesting. Oh, rolled an animal handling check of 5 altogether. The bug does not want to do that, so he's going to spend his bonus action hurling another flame.
Okay.
No, he can't do that. He can't do it. Never mind. He has 2 attacks. He can't hurl a flame because that's a different thing.
Right.
So, he's not going to do anything else. That's it.
Casting a spell takes up your entire action, even
Yeah.
if you have multi-attack.
Yep, he can't do anything else. So it's your go. There's one more round. This is the last round until you guys reach the top.
I am going to spur my ride to move as fast as it can,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to take a shot at Arithimer's mount.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 22.
That hits.
Man, I really wish I had sneak attack or
These
Hunter's
mounts
Mark on
these
this
mounts
thing.
don't have a lot of hit points.
All right, that's 7.
7? Okay,
Yep.
you as you're flying forward, you shoot back with the bow. Let the arrow fling back, and you hit the mount right in the chest, what you think is the chest of this demonic creature, and it immediately like starts freaking out. Orothamir tries to get the thing under control, and you see as Orothamir reaches up and calms the animal with some sort of spell, and one last movement flies up towards you as fast as he can go. Right before you is the gate, as this blue portal, and the dragon you see just right through it. Are you going in as well?
Yep.
Okay. And you are now in this completely different environment. As you look around, there is a sort of like a trail that goes off into the distance, and there's these sort of golden fields in the background of different flowers and wheat and things like that. And there's a little signpost, but the sign is broken, laying on the ground. And the dragon is looking around ahead of you, trying to get its bearings about where everything is. And right behind you, you hear as the demonic entity and Orothamir pops through as well, and they both stop and get their bearings and look around. The only thing worth of note is that there is a farmhouse a little off in the distance. Everything looks run down and abandoned, though. Anyways, you're still in the marching order of attacking and stuff. So, Orothamir already went. The dragon...
I will... Okay.
Yeah.
No, go ahead for the dragon. I need a minute.
Okay. the dragon is going to fly away.
Thanks, buddy.
And it does so quite rapidly. Just flies off into the distance, somewhere to the north. And that's the dragon's gone.
I'll look at Arithmir. And basically say Pale.
Roll a persuasion.
Persuasion, you say?
Mhm.
That's a 13.
A 13. Looks to you, says, Samilia. I'm sorry, I just can't let it be. I followed you to God knows where, but I don't like it. I'm taking you back by force, or I'm going to kill you now. What will it be?
I will sigh heavily. And then I will pull my rapier out of its sheath. Pop my neck a little. I suppose it was always meant to be, wasn't it?
I said I don't know. I'm not much for fate, Samilia. Guess we're fighting.
Actually, could we postpone for about 8 hours?
Nope. He reaches his hand up in the air and starts saying a word of incantation and stops. And he looks at his hand and he says the words again. Esfron, 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 Esfron. And he looks up at you and he reaches down real quick and he grabs a book out of his hand and he closes it. Esfron!
You're having some performance issues there, Arithma. I will slowly walk towards him.
He puts his hand out, tries to fling magic at you, but nothing happens. He grabs a dagger from the side of his pouch, and he holds it up. I must be too far away from my master. Lazy bastard.
I'll tell him, you have an option to run.
I guess it was meant to be, Samilia. And he runs forward to attack.
Okay. Is it his turn or mine?
Roll initiative. This is a new round. See who goes first.
And 22.
Natural 1. So, your turn.
Oh, what about my demon creature thing?
They're dumb creatures just sort of sitting there going, nah, 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 nah. Just sort of just.
Okay.
Yeah. So you go first. It's your go.
Alright. This is a new round, you say? Or a new
Battle.
combat.
Yeah, new combat.
So I will attack with my rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
You're gonna show me this one?
All messed up. Hang on.
You got it all tied up.
I can't pull out my camera because it's all wrapped up behind my screen, but it's a natural 20.
I gotcha. I'm sure it is. You went through a lot of work to try to show me.
I didn't want you to miss that one.
Roll your damage.
Alright, so that's rapier plus sneak attack times 2. 52 points of piercing damage.
No way. Wow. Okay.
24 times 2 is 48 plus 6.
Damn. Okay.
Nope, that's 54.
54. Okay.
Yeah,
So
54 points of piercing damage. I was looking at my short bow, not my rapier.
he lunges forward with his dagger, and at the same time, you lunge forward with both your weapons as they pierce in first into him, both sides, through one the shoulder and the other one through upper chest area, and he immediately pulls back out of it, and you see him bleeding and trying to shrug off the pain of being stabbed. Blood just gushing out of him at this point.
I will use my bonus action to disengage.
Mm-hmm.
And I will use my 40 feet of movement, because Gloomstalker, to run away from him.
Okay, you're gonna start running. Got you. And you see, you run away about 40 foot. Here, I'll even put it here on the board, just so you can sort of see what's all happening here.
Wait. Before I move, because Gloomstalker and it's the first turn, I get another attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do get another attack.
That one's not so good. That is a... Is that a 6 or a 9? I think that's a 6. So that would be 14.
14. Okay.
Does that hit or no?
No, it does not. It does not hit.
Okay, then I'll do the disengage 40 feet.
Okay, good. I'm glad we figured that out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. So you're all the way over here. Okay. On Orthamir is going to throw his dagger at you.
Okay. He has disadvantage because he's 40 feet away.
Yep. $21?
21 hits.
Okay. What is the dagger? 1d4?
Yeah, 1d4
Okay.
plus dex.
Plus dex. 9 points of piercing damage
9
as
points of piercing damage.
the dagger slides in between your shoulder blades.
Okay. Ow.
You sorry. You immediately feel as a poison starts to take hold.
Okay.
You could take 1 point of poison damage, and you're poisoned.
Okay. Dang, no save.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
It is
looking
your
rough.
turn. Your turn.
I will turn to him and pull the dagger that he threw at me out of my back.
Uh-huh.
And I will say, you still have an opportunity to run, as I try not to throw up. But I will pull out my short bow and fire.
Okay. I will not run, Samilia. I will take you back with me.
That's a short bow, 27.
27 hits.
Excellent. That's only 1d6 plus dex. That is 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage. Wonderful. he takes it. He's not looking so good at this point.
I'm going to. Are we in like an open road kind
An
of?
open sort of, almost like a field at this point. It's like an old road used to go through here, but it's overgrown. Here's a rock right here. If you like
I'm
rocks.
going to. I know Arithmer's smart, so I think if I tuck behind that rock and try to hide, he's gonna fucking know I'm there. So, I will look at my demonic mount and just shrug at it and go, "Really?" And then I will,
Nah.
I will use my movement and my bonus action to run 60 feet.
Just run 60 feet away.
Yep.
Okay, you do so. You are now off the grid at this point. You're really
So
far
I'm
away.
100 feet from him.
100 feet from him. Yep. You also take
Perfect.
1 point of poison damage.
Okay.
You hear off in the distance, "You won't make it far, Samilia. The poison is entering into your veins. You will soon be paralyzed."
That's the end of my turn.
All right. For his turn, he is going to sit down and just watch you run through off in the distance.
Okay.
Okay. Now I need you to make.
I'm not running away.
Oh, where are you running to?
I was just getting out of his range.
Oh, okay. I see. You're out of his range now.
So then, if it's my turn,
Yeah.
I will come back
Mm-hmm.
30 feet.
Okay.
So to be 70 feet from him.
All right. I'll say you're 70 feet. You're over here somewhere.
And
Oh.
I will fire with my short bow.
Okay. You fire at him.
That is going to be a dirty 20.
Yep, that'll do.
Okay. That's a whole 6 points of piercing damage.
Yep, 6 points. All right. It's been 2 turns.
And if he is going to stay there, then I will once again use my bonus action to dash and go back 30 feet.
Okay, sounds good. On your turn though, it's been 2 turns since you've been poisoned. I need you to start making a Constitution saving throw again.
Constitution save throw.
Yep.
12.
12. You feel your body starting to shut down slowly, but you're still being able to maintain. You don't know how much longer it's going to last.
Okay.
Your fingers are numb and your toes are numb, and he's going to walk forward a little bit, and you see as all the blood starts gushing out of Orthamir as he's walking forward with sort of a limp now, and he's like, "Samilia, you're making this quite difficult for me. You run away, shoot, come back, and I'm an unarmed man, Samilia. I have nothing to defend myself. How about we do parley?" Come on.
Can I make an insight check to see if I trust him?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I fucking don't, but maybe he has some honor about him. That's a 21.
21. You think you have a feeling that he has something up his sleeve.
Of course he does.
Mm-hmm. But you don't know what it is. He does have a cloak on, so it must be up his cloak.
All right, I will rinse and repeat. I'll get within range of my short bow.
Mm-hmm.
fire and then back out.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. Roll your attack.
That's a 21.
That hits.
And that is 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Very good. Orthamir, you hit him one more time, and he immediately to the ground and falls on his back, and just laying there lifeless.
I 100% do not trust this motherfucker. So I'm going to get closer, but as I do, I'm going to keep taking shots at him.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll do like another attack or two.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Just roll them both at the same time.
He's prone, so I have disadvantage with ranged attacks.
Yep.
That's a 13 on one.
Miss.
And a natural 1 on the second.
Both of those miss. You see as a pool of blood starts to develop around his body.
As I get closer, I'm going to pull out my dagger.
Mm-hmm.
And like as soon as I'm within melee of him, I'm going to ready an action, and if he fucking twitches, I'm going to stab him.
Okay. He is too going to use his readied action. So I need you to go ahead and roll your readied action, and he's going to roll his.
Okay. That is a 23.
Hits.
Because I had advantage on that, I get my sneak attack.
And he rolls a 16.
Miss.
All right. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That is 27 points of piercing damage.
How do you want to dispatch of him?
So I'm going to walk up to him with my dagger, and as he like lunges at me with one of his weapons, I'm just going to kind of dodge to the side, bringing up my shield a little bit to deflect it.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he finishes the strike, I'm going to aim for like the no, it would be the other side. So I'm going to aim for right where his heart is with my dagger, and I'm just going to plunge. And then as he like squirms and bleeds out, I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to stab, 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 stab until he stops moving.
Okay. And you see him as blood starts coming out of his mouth, and he's holding on to. He drops his dagger, and you keep stabbing at him, and you see as his eyes looking at you, very calmly and coherently, as he's dying, and he doesn't stop looking at you, and you
like
can
right,
tell.
right as soon as I feel like he's about to take his last breath, like my dagger's inside of his chest. I'll bow my head and press my forehead against his, and I'll just say, "May Leviatar take no mercy on you."
You pull your dagger out one last time. His eyes never leave where you are. However, you notice that whenever you stand up, he's no longer looking at you, and he's just looking straight ahead.
I'm going to very quickly pat him down and check for an antidote to this poison.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll an investigation.
Natural 20.
All right, let me grab
That's a 31.
Let me grab some stuff on here real quick. All of his stuff. You do find a little vial on it, a little green vial that you assume is the antidote, or hopefully it's not just more poison. Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Medicine?
Uh-huh.
I'm not great at that.
Mm-hmm.
Natural one!
No shit. A natural one. You don't know if this is more poison or if this is the antidote.
That was a fucking roller coaster die, thank you. Okay, I don't have a lot of other options here. I'm going to drink it.
Okay.
What's the worst that could happen? I'm more poisoned?
Well, before you do that, you do come across a few other items in his pockets as well. If you want to take a look at
Yes,
him.
I would like to loot the shit out of him.
Okay. There is an oil of etherealness, if you want to put that on your character sheet. There's a potion of fire breath, and I don't know why he didn't use that, but he had that on him. And a potion of lightning resistance. And the potion you have in your hand already. A teleportation circle scroll. That's probably the way he was going to get back out of here. And he has one more thing on him I have to find real quick.
Is his armor better than mine, or his weapons better than mine?
He's not wearing much of armor.
Man, I want some nice armor. Does he have any gold on him?
Oh yeah, he does have gold. I'm trying to find this one last item. I
Okay.
don't know where to put it. Yeah, the gold that he has on him is 1,000 gold pieces.
I'll take that for sure.
There we go. Wand of a war mage. +2. That's the one I was looking for. Wand of
And
the
then,
war mage.
does he still have that book on him?
That's the other thing. The book is you cannot identify it. It is probably his spell book. You don't know much about spells, but it has a bunch of strange writings in it and whatever. But anyways, put the book in there. It's Orthimir's book.
Okay.
And you also drank the potion, right?
Yep.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's a 19.
A 19. You black out. However, you do come to later, and the bumping of a carriage underneath you as you hear a song, the elf song, being sang by a young boy. And you open your eyes as they're still hazy, and the sun is bright, and you see a fella, pretty large fella, with a concerned look on his face, next to a small child up ahead, sitting up in the carriage, in this sort of an open-face carriage, and there's like some grains and rice in bags all around you. And you hear the man, "Hey there. You're not looking too hot. I picked you up off the ground next to the other dead fella. I was certain you weren't going to make it."
Where am I?
Oh, you're just about a couple miles away from Golden Fields. You know where that is?
I do. I do know where that is.
Yeah. How'd you get here, by the way? Why are you covering all the blood and you smell like sulfur?
Where is the other body?
We just... About an hour passed.
What did you do with it? Did you just leave it?
I did. I didn't much want to keep that bloody one next to all my grains.
Is there a way we can send someone back to burn it?
Oh, I mean, I don't know any mercenaries, but maybe if we get you back Golden Fields, you can find someone. I hear there's a traveling group that keeps coming by every now and then. Does stuff like that.
They once happened to be the dragon slayers of Jokun, would they?
Yeah, they're great. They came by. They helped us stop some sort of really wicked demon from getting us.
Yes, they are pretty fantastic. Well, it's a long story as to how I ended up there, and I'm happy to tell it. But let me take a nap first.
And you lay back in the grains, and amongst the grains, you dream of better days ahead. And slowly but surely, the cart makes it to Golden Fields, and upon arriving, we will end the session.
Sweet. At some point during that journey, I will tell the person who gave me the ride the entire story. Whether or not he believes me is up to him. But I'll tell him
Okay.
everything that happened.
Great. Oh, how many hit points did you get down to?
10.
10. Okay. I tried.
You did. You almost
did.
succeeded.
Yeah. Well, that was cool, man. I'm glad that was fun. And so I want to
Yeah, that was great.
throw some music back up here again, and then end this whole session. And thank you for everybody who watched this whole scenario, and I hope that it was enjoyment to at least one person. And Sam escaped from hell.
Sam escaped from hell.
All right. All right. Thanks, Ben.
All right, take care, buddy. Where's mine? There it is.